This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
Today on CityCast Philly, listing food recommendations is one thing, but sometimes you need certain foods for certain situations to maximize the remaining days of summer. Like, where would you go get food before and after a concert? Or which restaurant are you choosing when you get all dressed up? For those answers, I'm speaking with two food journalists about some of the best summer foods in Philly. It's Thursday, August 22nd. I'm Trenae Nuri, and here's what Philly's talking about. Allison Kessler, senior editor, and Candace McLean, senior staff writer, both at Infatuation Philly. Welcome to CityCast Philly.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So you both put together a guide on the best foods to eat in Philly this summer. We've got some more weeks and the sun is still out. It's definitely still warm. But what I find interesting about this guide is that you both organized it in a way around different situations, different scenarios that come across people's lives. So before we get into these categories, I got to ask you, Allison, how do you define summer food?
So, we have some obvious summer foods here in Philly, and the Infatuation covers all of them. Water ice, hot dogs, eating on patios and roof decks. We have all of that. But we wanted to talk about really fun, quintessentially Philly things for this guide, things that you can only do here that make it a really special summer here in Philly.
Candace, what about for you? How do you define summertime food in Philly?
A lot of water ice, a lot of soft serve, a lot of eating on rooftops with your friends, cheersing. And I personally just think wings are an all-weather sport. I just had to say that.
Ooh, blue cheese or ranch?
Oh, blue cheese.
Okay, thank God.
100% blue cheese, yeah.
Well, we'll talk about those wings later. But I was curious, y'all didn't put cheesesteaks on this list. Is that not a summer food?
Cheesesteaks are a year-round food. I think we would both agree.
Yeah.
But we do have dedicated guides just for cheesesteaks. So we really try to give you guides for kind of every and any situation that might arise.
Okay.
For this summer, we wanted to focus on summer-specific things.
Okay. Let's get into this list. Candace, I love this movie night takeout order category. Where are you getting those outdoor movie night essentials?
Well, we have a few screens in the city. We chose Clark Park, but, Dora Bet, you cannot go wrong with anything there. Great Ethiopian spot. We do have an Ethiopian guide as well. And, you just have to figure out who you're bringing, what bottle you're bringing, and that's it. But Dora Bet takes care of the rest.
Okay, what should we order at Dora Bet?
Besides the whole menu, I love their wings. Love the Dora Wat there. And they always have specials, like special sauces with the wings. So
yes, I love their special sauces.
Those sauces. Bottle it, give it to me, lifetime supply.
Lifetime supply. Candace, are you getting sides too?
Yeah, well, the mac is great. I'm a mac connoisseur since childhood. I was always, putting my hand in my mom's pan, but it's creamy, it's cheesy, it's buttery. And the greens are seasoned just right. So it's perfect for a kind of summer spread.
That's good. Allison, you have a recommendation for what you call the anti-smash burger. This is intriguing. Tell me more about this.
Well, there's a lot of smash burgers around. And don't get me wrong, we love a smash burger. But sometimes when you're craving a burger with grill marks, something thick on a big juicy bun, you got to go for a real burger. That's at Royal Tavern this summer. That's our favorite, definitely for the summer. It's spicy. You can get it with 2 patties. Some people like that. We like the classic just with 1. But again, smash burgers, sometimes it's just not quite enough. It doesn't really scratch the burger itch for us.
Candace, let's talk about water ice. You mentioned this is your jam. Now, we did an episode on the podcast before about like some of the best places to get water ice or other frozen treats in Philly. But I'm curious for your take. What's your go-to water ice place when you simply cannot wait at John's, as you describe it in your guide?
First of all, obviously we're a water ice city, and similar to with cheese sticks, like you can find a good water ice anywhere. So this kind of caption sparked because I drove past John's when the summer first hit. The line was around the block, and I was like, "Come on, man, come on! It has to be something in this line. That's not Beyonce in there. It's just water ice, But love John's, but you can always go to Pops. As good water ice. Been around for a minute. Pops homemade water ice. It's a great. All the flavors, you can't miss any of that. And it's just a nostalgia seeing that zigzag cup. Takes you back to when you had water ice like when you were a kid. So it's always a good time at Pops.
What flavor are you getting?
I love a mango. Mango or cherry. If I want to get really like refreshed, I'll do a lemon or a mix. I could talk all day, so like stop me because I just keep going. On a Wednesday, I get raspberry. On a Thursday, But,
different days, different flavors. I like that.
You got to loosen it up.
Allison, what's your go-to water ice flavor?
This might be controversial, but I love a chocolate water ice. Whoa. I really do.
Hold on.
Especially.
Whoa, now.
We didn't talk about this.
I know it's controversial, but especially with vanilla homemade ice cream. You get a chocolate vanilla gelati. That's really my thing. A close second is mango, always mango. But if I can get a chocolate vanilla gelati, that's what I'm going to get.
You know what? I can't knock it because I ain't try it.
Thank you.
Allison, what's your favorite spot for water ice?
Oh, I mean, I live not far from John's, so I wait in that line a lot more than I should. I guess also this summer, I've been doing a lot of ice cream, always 1-900 ice cream. Of course, that's one of our favorites. Yeah, I guess I just stick to the classics like John's and 1-900.
I'm still shocked by the chocolate, to be honest. I didn't know we had this secret between us.
There's still more for us to learn about each other, Candace.
Yeah.
More summer food recommendations in Philly after the break.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
The land down under has never been easier to reach. United Airlines has more flights between the U.S. and Australia than any other U.S. airline, so you can fly nonstop to destinations like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Explore dazzling cities, savor the very best of Aussie cuisine, and get up close and personal with the wildlife. Who doesn't want to hold a koala? Go to united.com/Australia to book your adventure.
Okay, Candace, I love that the Southeast Asian market gets a shout out in this guide. What are your top picks there?
Well, the Southeast Asian market reflects what we want to do with this guide, which is kind of like what makes the Philly summer unique. Sure, there are other markets around the country, but this is a really long-standing one, and so we definitely wanted to give it its shine. And they have stuffed wings, they have mango sticky rice, they have papaya salad, which is all great, and chicken dumplings, and you just get a whole spread there. You get a whole spread for less than $20. I love to spend less when I can, and it's just a good time. You have a range of food, a whole spread, and it makes sitting in 100 degrees worth it when you have a great stuffed wing and you're just living life, licking your fingers.
I heard that you got to bring cash there.
Yeah, you should bring cash there for sure. Some vendors do have the ability to do the tap, but just so you're free and clear and stress-free, if you see something you want, like if your stomach says, I need that, you don't want to not have it. So it's better to bring cash.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about when we head over to a Phillies game or a concert at the, well, soon to be former Wells Fargo Center. What are some good spots to grab a bite before or after? Because sometimes the prices are steep for some crab fries.
So if you need a little snack at the Phillies game, you got to have crab fries. Yes, it's
So you're going to
expensive, but
splurge
worth
on
it.
that. Okay, cool.
Splurge on the crab fries just to hold you over until dinner. If you can
Yes.
do an afternoon game at the Phillies and then head to the Saloon in Bella Vista, there's really nothing better to me. The Saloon it's an Italian steakhouse, so you can kind of go either way. If you want a great steak, they do it, but really they do great Italian classics, chicken parm. They do a lobster franchise that's incredible, and it's really just a fun, classic South Philly experience. If you've never been there, you got to go. But we love going after a Phillies game. And then I think Candace talked about Blue Corn before and after a concert.
Yeah. I love a good taco. I love a good taco. I love a good margarita. And that's, again, like wings all weather, all season for me. And so, for sure, great handmade tacos. Love me a carnitas. You can go there under $50. You can have a spread of tacos, a whole jug of margaritas. You can go to the dive afterwards. It's pretty cheap, and you just have a full night. Especially if the Phillies win or the Eagles win,
Best feeling ever.
it's way better. It's way better, and you don't have to take out a small loan for the fries if you don't want to at the stadium.
All right, let's get into the drinks. What are some good bars in the city with good summertime vibes?
I mean, South Street and go to Bob and Barbara's for a classic citywide. It's always cheap to get one of those, that kind of special signature drink. And also, it's just a really, really essential Philadelphia dive bar. And dive bars are part of the makeup of the city, so it's a easy place to go to for sure. Any day of the week, actually. Any day of the week.
Okay, so far, Candace, from me learning you like margaritas and citywides.
Well, on this job, they've sent me everywhere to eat and drink almost anything. So we try to keep our finger on the pulse of what's going on. But yeah, we made a margarita guide, we made a Long Island guide, all the guides, and I've been the crash test dummy for them. With pleasure.
Allison, what drinks say summertime vibe in Philly for you?
This was on last year's guide, but we still very much enjoy it. We go to Graffiti Bar. It's like an open air patio bar in the back of Sampan,
Love Sampan.
right in Midtown Village. And they make these giant scorpion bowls that everyone can share. They're a lot boozier than you think they're going to be. Sampan has a lot of great snacks, especially at happy hour. It's really cheap and delicious. So I'd say a scorpion bowl at Graffiti Bar. That feels like summer to me.
Nice. It's always packed though, in Graffiti Bar too. So it's hard to move around.
Just find a volunteer to get there early, and claim your space. That's how you do it. Claim your space, and then you're good for a few hours. Somebody has to volunteer as tribute.
All right, I'm curious, are there any runner-ups that didn't quite make the cut to be included in this guide?
There are places that we loved and we had in the guide last year. Just talking about the summer vibe, Bach Bar is obviously essential summer viewpoint rooftop scenario. We love that place. It was more or less just turning over the guide for something different because that's a primary place to go to in the summer.
Let's see. We love the PHS Pop-Up Garden on South Street. That's really nice. You can bring your kids. You can bring dogs. You can hang out for a few hours. They also have pretty good food, but great frozen cocktails. So that's a good place. It didn't make this year's guide, but we still love it there.
When I think of summer, I also think, getting more dressed up in a cute outfit. Maybe you want to get a little fancy. You have a part of your guide that you describe as the restaurant for when you're all dressed up and need somewhere to go. Where is that somewhere we should go?
If you're getting fancy, you're finally out of your sweaty tank tops, there is nowhere better to go than the top of the city, JG Sky High. You see a view of the entire city lit up at night. It's gorgeous. Have a great cocktail there and then head downstairs for dinner at Vernick Fish. It's one of our favorite restaurants in the whole city for any occasion, but during the summer when you want a really special seafood meal, You can't do better than burning fish.
This guide is just like one and part of a larger collection of a summer collection. And we also have other summer geared guides, from BYOBs to outdoor happy hour to just where to break up with somebody so you can be single for the summer.
Ouch.
Which I wrote myself.
Oh no, Kim.
It does happen. It does happen that you feel when it gets summery, like the person you're with, they start to annoy you a little bit. You think,
it's time to go.
I could just go on the beach and be single.
I've got an idea. Where's a good spot to just cry?
The giant supermarket overlooking the Schuylkill River.
Candace is on point.
The Outlook. Cheap wine in the giant section. You could get a spread in the hot go station, and then you just go to Outlook and you just let it go. Release it to the universe.
Like that. Thank you.
One more that was a good one was sort of, if you want to play tourist here in our own city, head to Old City. We said check out the Liberty Bell, the Museum of the American Revolution, and then we're going to Khyber Pass Pub for po' boys, shrimp po' boys specifically. All of the food at Khyber Pass is actually really solid. They have a good burger, but the shrimp po' boys are crispy. They're so good. They actually have fresh bread from New Orleans every day, so you can't really do better in Philly. And then head to 48 Record Bar and listen to some music. It's above Sassafras, so if you want to stay downstairs for more of a laid back, chill bar vibe, that's good. Or head upstairs and listen to music at 48 Record Bar.
Nice. That was Allison Kessler, senior editor, and Candace McLean, senior staff writer, both at Infatuation Philly. Thank you so much for all these recommendations and for joining me on CityCast Philly.
Thank you. This was fun.
Thank you for having us.
Check out the other food guides and reviews from The Infatuation, even after summer ends. Visit theinfatuation.com. We'll have a link in the show notes and follow them on social media at infatuation_Philly. That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. Our producers are Abby Fritz and Lizzie Goldsmith. Our Hey Philly newsletter editor is Asha Prihar. And our host is me, Trenae Nuri. Music is by Philly's own Interminable, with additional music from All the Kimonos. If you enjoyed the show, tell a friend you take on an outdoor movie outing. Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter, Hey Philly. We'll be back Tuesday morning with more news from around the city. Have a great weekend and be safe, y'all. Bye.